Good evening, America. Welcome to my channel. I'm Eddie Goche, and here's the latest news in the Pacific as tensions escalate in the South China Sea. The United States and China are ramping up in the disputed South China Sea as both countries flex their military muscle. Flybys, missile launches, sanctions, and military drills are pressure to an already strained relationship. U.S. military authorities says China launched 4 ballistic missiles on August 26. They fell between Hainan Island and the Paracel Islands known as the Xisha Island by Beijing. Chinese maritime authorities had pronounced that military exercises would be conducted in the area at the end of August. Hong Kong's South China Morning Post newspaper quoted a source who claimed China fired 2 missiles. The source says that one was the DF-26 launched from the province of Qinghai. The DF-26 has a range of 4,000 kilometers and is nicknamed the Guam Killer as it has U.S. bases in Guam within its range and it can be used in nuclear strikes. The other missile is understood to have been the DF-21D launched from the eastern province of Zhejiang. It is known as the Carrier Killer with the ability to target U.S. aircraft carriers navigating the South China Sea and the Pacific. Both of the missiles can be fired from mobile launchers, making them difficult to detect ahead of time. The Chinese government is yet to directly confirm the launch. A day prior, officials denounced the U.S. for sending a surveillance aircraft without permission over a no-fly zone set up by China. In July, 2 U.S. nuclear-powered aircraft carriers conducted drills in the South China Sea. Military aircraft have flown over repeatedly. Lida Masafumi, head of the America, Europe, and Russia division at the Japan's National for Defense Studies, says China is showing off its deterrence capability against U.S. warships, especially aircraft carriers. He says China is displaying willingness and power amid heightened tensions. This year, the U.S. has taken a stronger stance against Chinese activity in the South China Sea. A statement from U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo in July says Beijing's claim to offshore resources across most of the South China Sea are completely unlawful. On August 26, the U.S. government announced it was imposing sanctions on 24 Chinese firms who have played a role in the construction of artificial islands over the past 7 years. They include subsidiaries of state-owned China Communication Construction Company, effectively banning them from any deals with U.S. entities. Visa restrictions are also in place for Chinese individuals linked to the artificial islands. China continues to claim sovereignty over islands in the South China Sea that are also claimed by neighboring countries. This is despite a 2016 International Arbitral Tribunal rejecting China's claims, describing them as a violation of international law. China has ignored the ruling and forged ahead with the development of Chinese facilities on islands under its effective control. China conducts frequent exercises and drills in the region. Vietnam claims a fishing boat was sunk by a Chinese patrol ship earlier this year, with another Vietnamese boat attacked by a Chinese vessel. Southeast Asian countries struggling to contain the coronavirus outbreaks are growing increasingly concerned by China's presence. The U.S. Defense Department released a statement that takes China to task over last week's missile launch. Conducting military exercises over disputed territory in the South China Sea is counterproductive to easing tensions and maintaining stability. The PRC's actions further destabilize the situation in the South China Sea, it reads. The U.S. Navy published photographs online on its missile-guided destroyer USS Mustin in a freedom of navigation operation in waters near the disputed Paracel Island 1 day after the missile launch. A spokesperson at the National Institute for Defense Studies says China is seeking naval supremacy in the strategically important South China Sea. Part of that is controlling access to the Western Pacific. China has a strong intention to secure effective control of the South China Sea, while the U.S. has strengthened its approach against China, he says. Tensions between the two countries are expected to continue to escalate. That's the latest news from South China Sea. Yours truly, Eddie G. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time.